What's going on, Taurus? How are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be your reading for the month of December 2023. So in this reading, Taurus, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy for the month. We're going to take a look at some things you do not see coming, and we're also going to get some advice from your angels and spirit guides for you regarding December 2023, Taurus. But before we begin this reading, as always, I do want to take a moment to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me. So we go through this reading, Taurus, and I really do appreciate you in advance for taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this general reading happens to resonate with you, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. I would also really appreciate that over here, Taurus. So without further ado, I am going to pull the energy and we'll see what's coming your way for December 2023. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Taurus. All right, Taurus. Okay, so I actually really like what you have going on here, Taurus, for you. Some of you may be involved in a new love relationship that really rocks your world in a positive way, a real positive way. So, I don't know, before we get into the tarot, let's go ahead and start this reading off with some pre-shuffled oracle cards from the universe for you. These are just some messages from the universe for you about December 2023, Taurus. And the first one here you have is Kernunos, life force. Express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased in December. Okay, so for a lot of you, there is a great new sexual relationship on the table for you if you want it. There could be someone who is very much so pursuing you in love or vice versa, and I think it could work out if you want it. Okay, now a lot of you also with this energy are going to be channeling your sexual energy into other pursuits, i.e. celibacy, i.e. not engaging in actual sex, but using your charged up sexual energy in order to manifest what you want in the physical world. That could be an opportunity for you, I feel. And the last thing here, Taurus, is like connecting with your spirit animals. This card encourages you to do that. And I found that like when I have connected to my own personal spirit animals in this life, like it really helps you. So I would encourage you to try to do that. But okay, we also have Horus, Cosmic Gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. And this card definitely puts you into the third eye, the eye of Horus energy here. And definitely be aware of the energy that you're putting off and that you're receiving. This is a very spiritual energy, and it has to do with your thoughts. Remember that thoughts are literal things. They create your reality. So don't lose sight of that this month. Make sure that you're really focused on your goals and whatever it is you want to create, and be aware of the energy that you're putting out. Especially like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to go there yet. Hold on. We also have Diana, focused intention. Think about what you desire, set your sights high, and expect the best possible outcome. So definitely this has to do with intention. You know, the setup is more important than the goal, Taurus. So definitely you're aiming, you know, you're aiming your bow at something here. You're not ready to fire it yet, but maybe for some of you actually are this month. But intention, your thoughts, and life force energy. So with this energy, I do feel like there's a great possibility for sexual transmutation. And what I mean by that for many of you is being very aware of how your own sexual energy influences the law of attraction or influences the energy that you give off. I have a personal theory that when children are created by a man and a woman having sex, that whatever state of being the man and the woman are in when basically like this, like when the act of sex is happening, influences the child that comes out. So, and picture if that influences a child, how much it just influences your own life. So this is going to sound like a weird message, but I just want to give it because it's just what's coming through. Be aware of what you're thinking about, or the state of being that you're in at the moment of climax or orgasm if you are a sexually active being. Because at the moment of orgasm, whatever you're thinking at that time is going to manifest. So it's important that I found that when I'm doing sexual things, to actually learn to switch my focus at the moment of orgasm and to focus on something positive, something you want to create in physical reality. Using orgasm to manifest what you want is key, because some of you, there could be something about you realize that what you've been thinking about is manifesting negative things in your life. So I don't want to scare you with that. It's just more of like there's something sexual going on. Whether there's a really sexual relationship or you using your sexual energy in a different way, it's a very sexual reading for you. So just be aware of that for December. And watch where you lay. Don't be ashamed, Taurus. I don't know who needs to hear that, but watch where you lay, because you have all this energy. I don't think you should waste it on lust, So, because I'll tell you why in a minute. Your opportunity is the Knight of Wands here, and this is to get fired up, optimistic here. There could be a bit of travel as your opportunity here, Taurus, but this is definitely to hype yourself up. The Knight of Wands is like kind of a crap talker, but in a good way. Don't crap talk yourself. Make sure you talk to yourself. Be aware of how you talk to yourself and the overall attitude that you have this month. There also could be, for some of you, a relationship coming in with a fire sign who's quite youthful, Taurus. Some of you, there's going to be a relationship with a fire sign. I'm also getting a lot of earth energy. For most of you out there, there's going to be a new relationship for you with a fire sign or an earth sign, Taurus, that I'm picking up on in December, where the person could just have those fiery or earthy traits if they're not actually the sign. So your challenge is the Two of Pentacles. And there is something that you're definitely juggling. I think you're juggling, for most of you, a big ending and a new beginning here, Taurus. Because in what you don't see coming, there's this major ending coming in. But I sense that it makes room for something new, something better to come in, especially in a love relationship. You could be juggling your relationships at this time, letting go of people that you were once close with and taking a risk. For some of you, this could also be financial, a new business plan that you're kind of juggling right now. But you're definitely in a position of power, for sure, in December, I sense. So to go to your overall general energy to here, Taurus, for December, it honestly looks great. I expect you to have a great month with the Ace of Wands, the Lovers, and the Six of Pentacles here. There could be an even give and take relationship, or there could be a relationship coming in that you perceive or the person perceives as a gift from the universe. The Six of Pentacles has to do with balance, giving a gift, gratitude, harmony, the number 6. And I feel like this has to do with a relationship with the Lovers, the Ace of Wands. For most of you, this is going to be a new person as well, a new relationship that's on the table for you. But I feel like you are going to have a lot of excess sexual energy that, for some of you, there is a message of like just not taking the first thing that's so exciting, and like if you're single, and like being patient for the right person, because I think it'll come, but you just have to like make sure you're just not like coming in the other way. That's like okay, like I don't know, I'm not even, do whatever you want, but I don't know, you get the picture. And then when it comes to what you don't see coming, there's definitely a major ending that may involve spiritual resistance, intuitive resistance here. There could be something coming to an end that you knew was going to come to an end, but you kept trying to push for it. And in the back of your mind, you already knew that it was going to close out, but for some reason you were clinging onto this relationship, clinging onto something in the physical. In December 2023, it finally comes to an end, but not without a lot of gripping, crying, and screaming. Like whatever's coming to an end, like there's a lot of defense. Now, for some of you, there's an ending here that you are putting up a boundary with someone that your intuition is telling you to end things with. Okay, for a lot of you, in what you don't see coming, your intuition is going to be screaming at you to put up a boundary, which is what the Seven of Wands is about, to end something completely. There's no coming back from the Ten of Swords, and it's not the most pleasant ending either. So in what you don't see coming, there could be a quite unpleasant ending, but with the rest of this energy in this reading, it's definitely creating space for something great. But you do have to boss up. You do have to be prepared to deal with the dirty work here in December, Taurus, and here's why. First of all, you have a lot of things up in the air. So you got to be at your best to make sure all these plates that you have spinning land, whether this is relational, spinning, whatever is going on. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to your advice from your spirit guides, it's a very actually masculine energy. And you have the devil, the magician, and the emperor here. I get so many different things from this, Taurus, but the devil does represent sexual energy, and the magician does have to do with the potential here. So I do feel like, once again, harping on the thing that I talked about with being conscious of how you use your sexual energy and how it influences your manifestations is very key for you, and taking control of it. Like I said, the emperors here has to do with control. For some of you Taurus out there, I sense a relationship with a Capricorn or an Aries. And I just saw 11:11 on the clock. So for a lot of you, they'll either be Capricorn, Aries, or they'll just be earthy and fiery, a new relationship. And, whenever you see the devil and the emperor come out next to each other, Taurus, in your advice, you know that there's a great physical thing going on. Now, for some of you, the devil isn't always good. So I don't want to hype this up, but I just sense it's you really taking control of your sexual energy, or someone coming in with a very devilish effect on you that's actually going to be very good for you. A lot of potential with a new relationship that's very sexually great. Okay, but I just think that there's you need to navigate this situation, this time period correctly, and be intentional with your thoughts and your life force energy. Like I keep saying, very important. You can't just be like Taurus on autopilot enjoying the pleasures of life, because you need to be a little bit more aware of how things are influencing your timeline. I don't know. Okay, so let's just keep going. Let's go ahead and clarify why the Lovers is here in your overall general energy, Taurus. Why is the Lovers card here for you? This could be a serious relationship coming in for you a little bit. Okay. Well, there could be, first of all, hold on. Yeah, for a lot of you, there's a lot of things up in the air. Two of Pentacles in your challenge when it comes to your security. You may not feel as grounded as you want to be in December 2023 with the Two of Pentacles in your challenge. And for a lot of you, it will have to do with how your relationships, letting go of a toxic relationship, how it affects your well-being in the physical. Because the Lovers card is clarified by the Four of Wands, the Devil, the Queen of Cups, the Nine of Swords, and the King of Swords. For so many of you, what this is about and what you don't see coming with the Ten of Swords ending, you decide to end a relationship with someone it's very hard, and it could even be a nasty end, or someone decides to end a relationship with you, I don't know. But there's clearly an ending here that it gets too much here. There is an element of soul family. The Four of Wands to me is the element of soul family, but you have the Devil here and the Queen of Cups. So there could be, once again, a new relationship with a Capricorn energy here, or very earthy energy coming in that's really emotionally good, as another one leaves here, okay? Or even if it's not a physical person leaving, it's like the thought of another person that you used to be in love with, like your consciousness is just putting it behind you. So, yeah, there's a new beginning here, but it's not exactly straightforward, because either there's a lot up in the air. There's not a lot of clarity to this, because there's some sort of intuitive ending. So yeah, you could be going through a painful separation that opens the door to you, just harnessing your own sexual energy and being single for a period of time. For those of you going through a breakup, you may leave this month actually with using your sexual energy in a different way, like I was describing before with your manifestations, instead of being in a relationship because you need to heal. Some of you, this could have to do with that for sure. Now that I look at it, if there's no one new coming in, for many of you there is a new person coming in, but not immediately. There needs to be something to fall apart first. But this new person is definitely on your horizon. So let's go ahead and see why the Ace of Wands is in your overall general energy. So definitely something you're excited about, but you could even be excited about an ending. Or once something does come to an end, you're not stressing. You're here's the thing. The whole frequency of this reading is if something falls apart and leaves your life and it decreases your stress, you didn't lose anything. If the universe takes away something from you, if you decide to put up a boundary, whatever, and something is leaving your life and you're less stressed out, you didn't lose anything. And that's the frequency of this reading. You're losing something that truly didn't belong to you. It just maybe, your ego clung to it, and all of us do that, but especially as a Taurus, I have a lot of asteroid placements in Taurus. So Taurus isn't big in my chart, but my Juno, my Bacchus, all this, I have a lot of Taurus energy actually, not mainly. But what I'm telling you is a lot of times Taurus is clingy with people, and it can be a very painful breakup that some of you are experiencing this month, but it's going to lead you to boss up and really either wait for the right relationship, or there's something with a lot of potential and you just being on your own, manifesting with your own sexual energy, taking control of your sexual energy, because there could have been something about if you were sharing yourself with someone sexually up until now and that's ending for some of you, that's what's going on here, then you're going to have to purge yourself of this and realize how much negative energy you were taking on from being intimate with someone that you just weren't on it just was not, I'm looking for a word, I'm slow today, Taurus. It wasn't compatible. Incompatibility. So let's clarify the Ten of Swords. Why is the Ten of Swords, I'm actually going to clarify the Ten of Swords. Why is that here in what you don't see coming? Ten of Swords and what you don't see coming is clarified by the Five of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, and also the Ten of Cups here. So, yeah, there's definitely a lot of changes coming in here to your long term. Okay, the 10, you have 2 5s and 2 10s. So just looking at the numerology already, there's a lot of change to the number 5 is the human energy. It has to do with really humanistic sexual people. So there could be an ending here to something that just wasn't, it was overly competitive. Someone could have had a negative mind state, like a poverty consciousness here, and you decide to put up a boundary and protect your peace, protect your long-term goals here, because something was incompatible with what you were experiencing with someone and the long-term goal. So something is definitely releasing you from karmic bondage. I just feel like you're purifying your energy a little bit here, Taurus, from someone or something. So let's just keep going. I was going to clarify why the Ace of Wands is here, so let's do that. Why is the Ace of Wands in your opportunity? But for some of you, even going through this breakup, I know this has become a breakup reading, but for some of you, there still is this new great relationship coming in. There's just something clearing. This could be the person you're dealing with, waiting for them. This could be their story. But let's just keep going. Why is the Ace of Wands here? I'm telling you, there's a relationship. You're either going to completely have sexual mastery. Some of you may be involved in tantra or something. Some of you are going to think this story is very vulgar. But I just want to tell you because the Ace of Wands is clarified by the Ace of Wands here, Taurus. Damn. And then you have the Lovers. And then you have the Four of Pentacles. And then you have the Empress. What? So Lovers, Empress, Ace of Wands twice. But here's the story I was going to tell you, of what I'm sensing. There was a story of this Greek demigod who basically had sex with so many women, but he never allowed himself to ejaculate. And I think the story was actually he was a human, and then doing that actually made him become a god because he was so in control of his sexual energy from a place of intention and purity and consciousness. I'm not talking to be stifled sexually when I say this stuff. I'm saying to take control of it in a conscious way. And I don't know, there's something about refraining from lust, taking control of your sexual energy that's going to help you, but oddly enough, there may be a relationship coming in that's going to help you do that. I just think there's two moths coming to a flame. You're a moth over here, there's another moth, you're just meeting in the middle of a flame. There's something, a very instinctual relationship coming in, and so there's definitely a new beginning here that's going to absolutely make you so happy, and it could be highly sexual, but there's something about controlling that, and I'm just giving you these things to think about because I could tell that this theme is going on for you. However it's manifesting, this is the theme you're dealing with. So with that being said, let's go to your advice. Why is the devil here in your advice, Taurus, for December? The devil in your advice is clarified by the King of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, and also the Sun. So there could be, once again, for some of you going through a breakup, needing to purge, needing to heal your heart from a relationship that was good. It was probably physically great, but you're moving on from it here. For others of you, Taurus, with the Devil card here, you could really be, light could be shining the sun is all about consciousness exposing something being shined into the light, exposed. There could be something about, like I was channeling in the beginning for you, something to do with your sexual energy, the devil, that is negatively influencing your manifestations, okay? Because a lot of us, we're all adults here. This is like, we're adults here. This is psychology. This is what astrology, tarot, spirituality is all about. And there could be some sort of, sexual pattern that you've got into, whether you're using sex to escape or the thing that I'm really saying is whatever you're focused on when you're having sex, there could be an expose, or you realize that that's actually manifesting negative things into your life. So the most important thing is what you're thinking about, or the frequency that you're in as you're having a climax, an orgasm, because then all your chakras are open, the subconscious mind isn't blocked, and you can program anything in there. And if you're programming, or if you're not even aware, because some of you, I'm telling you this, and you're like, what do I think about, or what frequency am I in when I'm having an orgasm? I don't even know. And if that's the case, this is what I'm talking about. If it's not the case, then you want to be aware of it and switch it at the last moment. Okay, you want to switch it at the last. You can enjoy any devilish sexual fantasy that you want. That if you had an orgasm at the moment of enjoying that fantasy, wouldn't produce positive results in your life. But you want to switch the focus at the end. Now, some of you as well, there could be things like unconscious sexual things being, the light is being shined on them for you or someone in your reality here. And like understanding your fetishes, understanding like, why do I want this thing? It often could come from an unmet need here that you're unconsciously trying to do. Like, there's a reason why like CEOs like hire like a dominatrix many times, because these men feel like so in charge, like all the pressure's on them. It's like the only place that they can release pressure and feel like they're not the boss or whatever. So there's always a reason why people want things. I don't even know why I'm going in this rant. At least it's interesting. I like to talk about sex. It's an interesting topic, and we're all adults here, right? So yeah. So this is just, there's definitely something going on with this. I hope that this reading like has stimulated a lot of ideas and a lot, because this is the theme that you're going on. The way that I read tarot and I look at it is like, it's almost like transits in astrology, like the meaning of a full moon and a new moon. How this energy is going to manifest, the how, I don't know. But the energy will manifest in some way, whether it's inside of you, your consciousness, or playing out in the external world or whatever. You're dealing with this theme of sexuality, shining light on it, being intentional with your life force, intention, and all this stuff. But for many of you, there could be a really, someone who really knows what they're doing, who's going to help you. The Emperor is someone who's in control, the Magician. And for some of you, this could just be you releasing negative beliefs about money. The Three of Swords to the King of Pentacles, to the Devil here. There could be, the light shining. If this doesn't have to do with sexuality and the rant that I just went on, this could have to do with you shining your light on negative beliefs about money. Okay, I do feel that. And really shining into your and moving into your potential. So there's a lot of moving parts here, Taurus. I don't really know what's going on, but I'm telling you something big and something very exciting. At the very least, very exciting is going on for you. The Ace of Wands clarified by the Ace of Wands and your overall general energy. So listen, I hope that this helped.